going to be completing is coloring, and as simplistic as that sounds, as I said before, it's because we're going to be applying shading using coloring for one of the projects we'll be doing in our drawing unit, and we want to make sure that we can color neatly. Okay, so again, you're doing a hatching kind of movement with your hand where you're going in one direction. You don't want to be coloring in all different directions. You want to stay in one direction, but with coloring you don't want to leave any white spaces in between. You want it nice and solid, almost like blending looks, like a consistent shade right across the space, but you're doing it without actually smudging with your stomp. So we're trying to achieve something as consistent as this using this kind of a hand movement. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my color. I'll do blue. Okay, and the first one I'm gonna go try to achieve this level of a blue, right? Look at your first silver that you created, nice, but we're going to do it just coloring. Okay, so I'm gonna press really gently on my blue. Try to be as neat as possible and fill this square in without leaving any white space. Gentle, gentle. Okay, now we're gonna do 2 layers of that in the next box. So I'm just gently moving across the space and filling it in, not leaving any white lines or white spaces. And I'm not going like this, like when I was hatching, I was moving from one direction to another and letting go. This time you could go back and forth and give it a nice even coat. Okay, I feel like these two look too alike, so I'm gonna go over one more time, really gently. You don't wanna go too dark because then you're gonna run out of values. Okay, so if I squint at that, I can see 2 different blues. So I'm going to move on to my next box. Okay, and I feel like I can see a darker blue, so I'm going to move on to the next one. If you screw this up, if you feel like you didn't really get 5 values, then redo it on the bottom. Just get another color and try it again down here. Yes? Oh, okay. I'm going to let you guys break. I'm going to finish coloring mine, but you can actually break and just do your thing for the next 15 minutes, okay? But I'm just going to finish this for the sake of posting it on our LMS. Okay, and then the last one is going to be the darkest. So I'm just going to either continue layering it up, or you can go ahead and push darker. But even if you're pushing darker in the end, like adding a lot of pressure to get it really dark, you're still coloring in one direction. It's very important that you stick to one direction so that it's not sloppy. Okay, again, when you step back, you want to see 5 different values using whatever color you chose. If you feel like you weren't successful, if you feel like maybe you went too dark and then you ran out of options for here, again, I would just continue the chart down this way and maybe try an orange or a red or a different color and try it again. Okay, again, you're just coloring really neatly in one direction, not letting any white come through, just controlling how light you're pressing and controlling your layering. So you're eventually going to start adding more and more pressure as you go on and more layers, going in one direction until you get a richer, more saturated value over here and a very light version of it here. Okay. And obviously complete this one again when you can find a marker to work with at home so that you're not stressing your hand out with pencil on the pointillism. Okay?